And we're back. I know it's been a while. I got sick. And I mean sick. I didn't get COVID. But I think what I did, I thought I had allergies and I got my flu shot. And I think I had the flu when I got my flu shot. Oops. Well, I feel much better now. 3 olives. Don't let anyone lead you astray. Okay. A comedian that I follow on Twitter who had her very first martini, well, vodka martini, last week. I was tweeting about how she probably wouldn't have another one. You know, these kids are probably maybe in her late 20s, maybe 30 tops. They've grown up on AMFs and lemon drops and just trying to hide the taste of vodka with whatever syrup they can find. Of course she's not going to like a vodka martini. Those of you who grew up in the city, I don't know if she grew up in the city, but she lives in New York City now. If you live in New York City, you got to be able to drink a Manhattan. When I was 15, I was sitting in the parking lot of the Rush concert, drinking Schlitz malt liquor fortified with Everclear. So of course a martini tastes good to me. I promised you a haunted house double feature. Oh wait, let's take care of some business. Welcome to the Late Night Picture Show Haunted House Double Feature. Finally. Terror in the Haunted House. Astounding Shocker, the first picture in Psychorama, the fourth dimension. Using subliminals communication. We'll get to that. I don't know about the fourth dimension. We might not get there. Halco International presents Terror in the Haunted House. Gerald Moore, Kathy O'Donnell, William Ching, John Qualen. Qualen? I don't know. Lots of skulls coming down the stairs, just like the Screaming Skull. I don't know if I've reviewed the Screaming Skull yet. I mean, I've written it up, and it's probably in the bucket there. I don't recall filming it. Here we go. Are you ready to be scared? Good luck. Terror in the Haunted House, a.k.a. My World Dies Screaming. I don't know who the hell called it that, but good Lord. I have a residual cough. You'll have to bear with me. If I'm entertaining enough to make myself laugh, I might cough. 1961 Beacon Process and Equipment Corp. Copyright holder. Philip Tierney. That's Tierney. You know, I used to work with a guy named Dick Tierney. Well, I didn't work with him. So the circus was owned by a company. I don't want to get sued here. Think of a four-letter word that starts with F. You know him. Well, Dick Tierney was one of the executives over there at F Word. And he used to refer to the executive suite as Clown Alley. This is the circus, mind you, and one of the executives is referring to the executive suite as Clown Alley. There's some perspective for you on the business end of the circus. Philip Tierney and his new bride Sheila head to a romantic getaway at a charming old house away from the city. There they meet a crazed-eyed I can't talk tonight. A crazed-eyed caretaker who warns them of the dangers of the house. Oh, great. And Sheila just got out of the nut house in Switzerland like, I don't know, a month ago. So she's already on the verge. And Philip, he seems intent on maybe pushing her over the edge. Not sure what Philip's motives are. Maybe his name should have been Dick. Actually, Dick was a really nice guy. The next morning, while Philip is out, Sheila is confronted by the owner of the house, Mark. Your standard 1961 Hollywood type, I wrote here. And I can't quite picture him in my head just now. Things are a little fuzzy. I'm sure I'll end up watching it again with Charlie, but he tries to get her to leave. Philip has the Tierney curse, he tells her, meaning he is quite mad. Then she remembers she has been there before. And Philip is her childhood love. This all comes rushing back. He grew up in this house. Well, Philip returns and he and Mark are at odds. Mark wants to leave and take Sheila with him, but Philip insists that she go up to the attic and face the buried fear that is still causing her nightmares after all these years. That sounds like a good idea. Actually, it might be what a psychologist recommends. What the hell's in that trunk that you're so scared about? You're like 30 years old and you're still having nightmares. You can't even drink a martini. But who is the hero and who is mad? It's not as clear as you might think. That's what little suspense there is in this movie. Right there. And that's ultimately the story. Who's the bad guy? Okay. This was a rather average haunted house movie with all your average characters and scenarios. What set this movie apart from other movies of the time or slightly before was the attempt at subliminal scare tactics. Remember, we saw that on the poster. Long before the sex in the ice cubes, so, those olives right there, they'd put a little SEX and the shimmer of the lights off the olives. You probably remember it was a tall, skinny glass with 3 ice cubes, SEX. Probably Seagram's and 7, maybe? No? I don't know. One of your taller drinks. Could have been 7 Up. Anyway. Long before the Sex and the Ice Cubes gin ad, here we have a horror film. Pardon me. A horror film trying to inject more terror by flashing terrifying images into the movie. Sadly, these terrifying images, well, I think my Halloween decorations upstairs. Oh, I took my Halloween decorations. My Halloween decorations in that box right there in the basement are more terrifying than the images they flash on the screen to try and scare you. It's a 2-ring circus tonight on the Late Night Picture Show with Terror in the Haunted House. I don't even remember what the AKA was. And you know what? Who cares? Now, be sure and tune in for our next feature, part 2 of our Haunted House double feature. But first we need to go upstairs and we need to make another drink. I put together a little TikTok of me making this drink. If you're not on my TikTok, go follow my TikTok at Murph the Clown. Also, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram at Murph the Clown. Instagram has all my archived screenshots and archived ads, because you all know that my ads are often better than this show. I make them myself. So, I don't know what we're going to have next. Maybe Scotch on the Rocks? Maybe a vodka martini? Ooh, that's tempting. I'll think about it. Be right back, kids.